Hey y'all, it's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. Come on in. Let me just find you. Get y'all pulled up. There you go. We are going to make a snowman wreath today using the Unique in the Creek round board, ring board. Gosh, I can't talk today. Using the ring board. So come on in, say hey when you come in. We're going to be using 21-inch mesh, 10-inch ruffles. This adorable snowman, is he not precious? Now I did add the snowflake to his belly, and I added the snowflake to his little hat. Hey y'all. And then we are gonna be using this 2.5 and this 1.5. So let me bring everybody down and over and we will get started. Sorry, TikTok, you take a little more adjusting. Good morning, good morning. I am good. Y'all pay no attention to the writing on the board. It has nothing to do with what we're doing today. This must have been a board I was trying to figure things out. So I have a lot of those boards lying around. And I never remember what they're for or what I was trying to figure out. So anyway, so we are going to do 10-inch poofs with the 21-inch mesh, and then adding a ruffle right on top of it. So let's get our ruffle ready. Let me grab a clip. So it's just a 10 by 10 piece of mesh. We're going to do curved side down. Good morning, everybody coming in. And then we're going to scrunch cut edge to cut edge. Just like that. And we're going to clip it because we are going to add our poof and our ruffle and our tails, Lord have mercy, all at the same time. Okay, so my tails are 14 inches long. And I'm just going to put one right over the other. Just like that. And then we're going to scrunch right up that middle. And we're going to flip it. And then adjust our tails. Bring it together so that they're pretty even straight across. Okay? So we have that ready. What I did was I took a pipe cleaner. So this is where we're going to start. So we're going to go from here to here. So every other inside set of holes. Okay. So 10-inch. So I'm just going to line this pipe cleaner up at the 20. Bring it out to the 10. We're going to go just like this. Trying to make sure everybody can see. Good morning, everybody. And this one is not a kit. And then we're going to put our ruffle right on top. And then our tails right on top of that. Now, if you can't, if your hands will not allow you to hold all this, then just put one zip tie over the other, y'all. So you can put 2 or 3 zip ties in that same hole to add your poof, to add your ruffle, and to add your tails. Okay? Stick in there. And then we will fix our tails just like that. So I am using all white as the base because we have enough red going on, and then that pop of black, that I'm just using all leftover mesh, all white, to make our base. I am going to trim this up a little bit. Even though you're not going to see it, I'm going to trim it up. All right. So next, get our tail ready. 14 inches. Lift it up. Make them pretty. Bring it side by side so that it's pretty even. And I'm not going to worry about my tails because they're going to get messed up as I'm going around. So 10-inch poof. Right in there. Stick our 10-inch ruffle right on top. "14-inch tails right on top of that. And zip it in. Just like that. Now I'm just going to keep these tails just kind of out of our way for now. So I cut 8 tails. Just curious why add the ruffle. To help make it fuller and to fill in the gap. No, I'm using regular decomesh for the poofs. And then I had this white fabric mesh left over from another project. So I love to mix and match my meshes. So just because we're using decomesh does not need to mean I need to use decomesh for a ruffle. I love to mix and match them. It just adds different texture and all that kind of stuff to the wreath. So I don't necessarily always just stick with the same mesh. So how many figured out what that post was I posted yesterday? Do y'all have those? So I posted this photo on Facebook about those. Remember those little viewer things where you looked in one hole and you saw the picture on the other, out on the other end? How many of y'all have those? Good morning, good morning. How many even knew what it was? Did y'all even know what it was? A lot of different didn't. Surprised me. Used to get them all the time at amusement parks. Yes. A rainbow? No, they're like a viewfinder. So on the other end, on that bigger end, is a picture. So I have them at amusement parks with my kids and those kinds of things. I even found one of my grandma and grandpa when they went to, where did they go? It was either China, I think it was Japan. They went to Japan. So when I was cleaning out grandma's stuff, I found one of grandma and grandpa. And I was like, oh my goodness. But I know a lot of y'all didn't even know what it was. Astroworld, yes. So I know this looks like a hot mess right now, but trust the process. It will come together. If that doesn't show your age, Astral World, yes. Astral World's been shut down for, how long has it been shut down? A while. A good while. Good morning. Astroworld was an amusement park in Houston, where they have the Astrodome. And the Astrodome still stands, y'all. What did they name that? The 8th or 9th wonder of the world? Is that what it was? You lost your share button. What? We need to find it. You can always tell when Facebook's updating stuff or changing stuff because the pages go wonky. Weren't the Jetsons in Astroworld? I don't know. Were they? I'm gonna have to find that out. Ribbon tails are 14 inches. Doing 10-inch poofs, 10-inch ruffles, and 14-inch tails. I know Astra was the dog, but she was asking if they went to the Astrodome. Or the Astroworld. I think that's what she was asking. Hey, hey. Oh, thanks, Kim. You too. I love meeting y'all when we go out to conventions and stuff. Good morning. Forgot what I was doing. I got to get my tails. Could I use... Yes, absolutely. I've got quite a few videos. Y'all, I have over 600 videos on my YouTube channel. And some of them are, a lot of them are on the wireframes. So you can check those out on the work forms is what I use if I'm going to use a wireframe. Good morning, good morning. Glad you could join us this morning. Would you use the poofs and ruffles only on a character board to make a snowman? On the snowman, when I do now, I've only done a couple, but I would use either just ruffles, or you could do a cruffle, but I've never done a poof to make a snowman. I feel like I just forgot something. I did. I forgot my my ruffle. That's all right. We'll just clip that zip tie off. Grab another zip tie. See if I can do this one-handed or 1.5-handed. There we go. The snowman head of the pumpkin. It was 2 years ago. Okay. I know I don't normally make a lot of the snowman, but I know I've made at least one. So, and I think, did I just use ruffles or did I use a cruffle? See, y'all know more of what I made than I do. Let's see if I can. There we go. I thought it looked kind of small right there. That one flipped. I keep cutting out on you. Well, it doesn't look like anything's wrong on my end. All right, so we're right back here to the pipe cleaner. So I'm gonna grab another zip tie and we're gonna undo that. Okay, I'm gonna get my 10-inch poof ready. Oh, you mean on the Dollar Tree pumpkin frame? Yeah, I used a chamois, or whatever you call those. Okay, so I'm grabbing both of those ends. And first, let me load my zip tie. Okay, so we've got this end, and now we've got this end. And now we've got our ruffle. You're late, you're late. You're prepping for dinner. What you cooking me? All right, so for those of y'all that can't hold everything, zip tie it here. And then we're going to come back and put another zip tie over that. So we're just going to cut this part off. You're not going to see it. It will be tucked underneath. So we're going to add another zip tie right on top of it to add our tails. Okay, so right over it. Grab your tails. Coconut cake? Oh, I don't like coconut cake. But I'll take a lemon cake, or I'll take a pineapple upside down cake. And if you need my address, just let me know. So then take your tails and put them right in and zip tie it. So don't be afraid to do one piece at a time and zip tie it, add another zip tie, or you can just use pipe cleaners. Totally up to you. All right, so let's go in and we're gonna poof our poofs. Applesauce instead of eggs for a cake. Ooh, I've heard of people doing that. Okay, so I'm just going right under that ruffle, poofing it out. Y'all, that post is going crazy. It lit up my phone all night, y'all. All night. All right, so we've got our poofs. Now we're going to straighten out our ruffles. Maybe. Okay, now we're going to straighten out this hot mess of a tail. It looks like caca right now, right? But we're getting ready to fix that. Make it purty. Yes, I love lemon cake. What post, the one I did, was it was yesterday, about that viewfinder thing that we used to get at amusement parks? Is it looking better, y'all? You remember them? I have a few. You just have to trust the process on these, y'all. Trust the process. Okay. Much better, huh? All right. So this little guy, we need to find the top of our board. Why can I not? Okay, there's the top of the board. All right, so I'm thinking this little guy is gonna sit about right in there. Okay, kind of just like that. It is every other hole. And then we're going to put a big bow right here. So let's make a bow. So you can see I have some leftover ribbon. I'm trying to finish up rolls. He's too stinking cute. Sorry, TikTok, I'm trying to get so you can see it. Y'all know how many shades of red ribbon there are? Can you even guess? So I have so many open rolls of red, and I think I have 4 different shades of red. So you can't go by just looking at them. You have to go by the SKU, the item number. It's crazy. So we're going to do 3. You're so bad at bows. Haven't found your spool. Hold on. No, I actually haven't even looked for it this week. I go so fast. I know, I do everything fast, y'all. I'm sorry. The only time I really go slow is when I teach on Unique in the Creek and when I teach in the VIP group. And even then I have to remind myself to slow down. TikTok, I'm going to bring you over just a little bit more. There you go. And then I'm like in my head constantly, slow down, slow down. Yeah, I kind of have a lead foot as well. But it really depends, because y'all, I don't like driving either. I really dislike driving. And so when I have other people in the car, it's just, I don't know. I think I'm more careful when other people in the car. So actually, I don't think I drive fast. Unless I'm in traffic, because I hate to be in traffic. So I'll speed to get out of it. But I really don't like driving. Anybody else? Y'all like driving? I don't like it. Even when I was a kid, I didn't like it. I mean, I got my driver's license because I had to. And I drove because I had to. You hate driving? See, y'all do too. Speed is everything in life. All right, I'm going to use this piece as our tail. I'll end up cutting that down, but just so I don't waste that piece. I hate to waste ribbon. Oh, you drive for a living? I look at that bus driver every time she picks up Monk and drops him off, and I'm like, girl, I feel for you. All right. New York City to North Carolina in 1 day for, ooh. To avoid other drivers, there you go. Feel that 2.5 inches thick. So I'm trying to be really careful. An ID just to carry. There you go. Oh, you drive special needs. That's awesome. Hold on, let me get back in line here. There we go. I don't use much 2.5 inch anymore, but I have a lot of it. Do y'all like 2.5 inch? Um, 2.5 inch and 1.5 inch. But not for bows. You like it for tails, though? There we go. Cute little bow. All right, let's get this guy added. So I just took my scissors, because I still can't find my awl, and I just put a hole in the back and took my pipe cleaners through his butt and his head, and then we're going to use these to find a hole in the board and put them in. So I'm thinking he's going to go about right there. Isn't he cute? So let me find my, and I'll turn it over so y'all can see what I'm doing here. Actually, I think I'm gonna go right over the zip ties that we already put in. Now this guy, I believe he came from Craft Outlet last year. And you were right, Kimberly. And then, oh, well, that's going to work out. So I am going over, I'll turn it over. Hold on. Okay, so I went right over the zip tie that was there and there. And then we just pull it snug. I don't want it tight, but I want it snug. So when I stand it up, it doesn't flop. But I don't want it so snug that everything looks smushed, right? And then if we want, I'm going to try to kind of get his hands in that snowflake so it doesn't look like they're just flopping. And then I may, so I want him looking like he's sitting in there. I don't want to look like I just put him on there. So I want to look like he's sitting. So what I may do is, now I don't have my glue gun on, I turned it off after I got these glued on, is take a little bit of glue and put it right under there so that his leg will stay, so that it doesn't look just, or we can kind of bend his legs. That looks kind of cute too, kind of like he's just sitting on that little poof right there. Plus ollies. Now I've heard of ollies. What is that? Is it like a Menards? You like his legs bent like that? So I'll, actually, let me plug it in now and see if it's hot enough before I'm done that we can glue those in place. We'll see. Items that were overstocked by their suppliers. Are they online? All right, and then I'm gonna put our bow right there. So I'm actually gonna go over. Now I didn't think about when I did my tails. So normally wherever my bow is, I don't put tails, but I didn't think about it, y'all. So I'm just gonna go right over that same zip tie and add our bow. TikTok wants to know about the shoe racks. The that I have my ribbon on. They are actual shoe racks that if you go to my website and under my favorite tool section, you'll see the link. So they're actually shoe racks that I've attached to my wall for my ribbon. I also have a video on my YouTube channel of how I attach them and how I put them together. It's a really interesting video. And how I made my floral tower on the Lazy Susan so it turns. See, I do all that and then I don't like where it's at. I'm going to go up one set of holes. I'll turn it over and show you. Well, see, I always, well, I don't say always. I generally put my bow in the same spot, so I know where I'm adding my bow most of the time. All right, so I'm just going, and I just smushed my bow. I'm going from that first hole to the outside of the board. That way my bow sits higher. So it looks like my snowman is a part of kind of that bow. They're friends. They're friends. All right, let's get all of our loops where they're supposed to be. Now, I do tug on my loops, y'all. They will go where you want them. Like my shirt says, that just manhandle it. That's what I do with my bows. Can you explain the 654? Yes. So this, my bow, I generally use this method most of the time, is 654 321. So if you look at my bow maker, it's labeled in inches. So I do on my first loop, so the red was 6 inches, the red, black, and white was 5 inches, and then I come back with the red at 4 inches. So that's your 654. Your 3 comes in, I have 3 loops of the red, 2 loops, and then 1 loop. So I have 3 loops at 6 inches, 2 loops at 5 inches, and 1 loop at 4 inches. So that's the 654 321 is just something that's easy to remember. At least I think so. Did that make sense? All right, let's get our tails dovetailed. Now, I know one of these was really long. It was this one. So I don't measure my tails generally on where I cut them. I like them at all different lengths. This one is not a kit. I had the rose gold kit available. I have a couple of the Hello Fall kits available, and I think that's it. But I do have more coming. Do I know the brand of what? Oh, Thursday, tomorrow, y'all. I will be on 3L Creations being interviewed by Angela. So y'all have to join me. It's going to be tomorrow at 5 Central Standard Time on 3L Creations. But I'll share the link. But y'all come check me out. You'll make me less nervous if you show up. I'll be good to go. The bow maker is the Easy Bow. This is the Stow and Go from the Easy Bow maker. So you can go to easycraft.com. Okay, so you can get these at Unique in the Creek. If you look to Facebook, if you look in the description, you'll see my my affiliate link to Unique in the Creek. So you can use that link to get your bow maker, your boards. Now you will save 5% off your boards when you use my link and use 5 off boards in the discount code, but not on your bow maker. fix my tails. So there you go. Isn't it adorable? The little snowman. Now it is a little tilted for me. Let's bring it in that way just a little bit. And then we'll kind of, there. A little bit better, but once I get it hung up, I'll be able to see it so much better. I'm probably holding it up crooked too, but all right, so here's the back. So these will get curled up once I'm satisfied with everything put back in the holes. So we use 10-inch poofs, 10-inch ruffles, 14-inch tails, and then our snowman where I added the snowflakes and the bow. There you go. I forgot his legs, my glue gun I don't think is quite hot enough. We'll try it. See if I can hold it there. Just a little dab of glue. I am Central Standard Time. That's where I'm at. All right, well, that's all I've got for y'all. I've got to get ready to go take my mother to the dentist. Tonight, what is tonight? Tonight's Wednesday. So nothing tonight. Tomorrow I will be live here, and then I will be live on 3L Creations at 5 Central Standard Time. Lord knows what she's going to ask me, but I'm pretty much an open book. So join me there. And then we have VIP tomorrow. We have wreath critique in the VIP group. So tomorrow's going to be a busy day. But I'll see all of y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.